And we are live streaming the deepest places of the intergalactic universe of the matrix and the string theory. We don't know what reality that we're living in, and it doesn't really matter because whichever one it is, we're gonna break it anyways. Welcome back to the verse. I'm here with my boy Matrix Breaker Chaos Bricks. What's good?
Welcome to another beautiful day in the Matrix. Back at it again. TitanX, market makers, altcoins, technical analysis, everything you guys need to know. I mean, where else would you go? Because we got all the alpha, man, and I'm excited for this show, dude. And TitanX is doing its thing. Altcoins are coming back. The crazy part about this, how everybody's talking about altcoin season.
Yeah, no, yeah. Everybody's raving about it right now.
Exactly. So everybody's talking about altcoin season, and we told you guys right when it started. We talked about the 100 simple moving average, and right when we hit that, the 100-month simple moving average, now it's starting to break down. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's trying to take credit for calling it, but we were literally the ones who did it. We called the start of altcoin season. I absolutely love it, and there's clips and everything. We might actually need to clip this up and brag about it, but regardless, we're getting to that point, and this is going to be a very heavy TA sided show. We got to talk about what's going on in the charts. I'm seeing some really great things with Dragon X, Titan X, all the good stuff. Now, there's 27 of you guys in here. The best way to keep us motivated on this live stream is if you share this out, you like it, you smash the like button on YouTube, you smash the like button on X, because the more people we get in here, the more motivated we are to give you guys alpha. Otherwise, if the live stream's not blowing up, then we just won't give you what the stuff that we're talking about. Because me and Trev, we talk about this on the phone all night, and we always talk about plans, we talk about discussions, we say, hey, here's what's happening here, here's what we're gonna do. This is our plan. So basically, the conversations we have on this live stream is an extension of the calls and the conversations me and Trey have on a daily basis. And we decided to give it out to you guys so that you guys can use this to learn and enjoy this experience with us and also build yourself up. You think that's a fair assessment, man?
Yeah, man, we've been doing that for a long time. I mean, and I, just probing these concepts and trying to think about this in ways that make sense in several different manners of delivery. So I think what we've been doing here has been some of our most successful work so far, and so we're going to continue with this format and just keep trying to give you guys what you need, answer all the questions, and we just have really good interactions with our audience. So we love you guys for being here. Keep asking lots of questions. Keep showing up and showing out, boys and girls. You are the reason we show up.
Yes, sir. I love it. Could put it any better. So awesome, guys. Good stuff. We're going to go through quick comments, and then we got to talk about Inferno and Flux, talk about this awesome protocol. And then we're going to get into the chart stuff because I'm excited to talk about charts with you guys today. Because as you guys know, we're going to move more towards a TA heavy show to dive into these components. When it comes to these projects, we can sit here and explain it every single day, but after a while, it gets a little bit old and the value starts to diminish. So we'll do one more roll around with Flux and what's going on with Inferno, and then we're going to keep it moving on the TA side. So I just want to give a quick shout to our boy Goo God. Good to see you, man. Talking about Alien. We'll probably talk about that at the end when we get into other altcoins outside of TitanX. Ahmet, good to see you, my man. Always good to have you. Shrey, what's up, bud? Hey, I saw that photo you put up of Trey on on X. That was so funny. Love it. Shrey showing some love. Good stuff. Shout out to Chuck Boy. Good to see you, my man. Always good to have you in. Facing Reality. Good to see you, brother. Good stuff. All right. Now, let's just get into the Infernal Protocol and just break this down real quick and talk about what's going on with Flux. Now, I upgraded my drawing scene because you guys made fun of me so much. And so now I got a new little drawing tool that I want to talk to you guys about. I got
Let's
onto
go.
myro.com. The name of this show is going to be the Inferno Matrix Straight Trap In. Right up in your face. Who's that guy?
Look, sometimes you gotta have the big glasses on, bro. You gotta get the bigger picture. You can't always wear the slim, sleek look. You gotta be looking like Bubbles sometimes from Trailer Park Boys, man. He looks
Yes,
good.
sir.
Yeah.
He looks good, my bro. You got a little French taste to you, man. So looking good. All right. So no enough screwing around. Let's talk about the Inferno. So I got this new drawing tool. I'm actually pretty excited to use it because you guys made fun of me so much. So now I don't look as poor as I look like on usual live streams. That was a joke. So we got the Inferno Matrix. Inferno. That's the base camp of this entire operation. Flux. It's the first protocol built on top of it. Now, I got a bunch of other stuff with Flux over here. I'm not going to bore you guys with all the details. I just got the juicy details out of this because what's being built on top of Inferno, in my opinion, is going to be the S&P 500 of meme coins for TitanX.
Okay.
So,
Bold.
yes, sir. We got the bull, baby. I love this photo. All right. Now, let's talk about Flux. And we just look at this diagram right here. Basically, Flux has a bunch of auctions and there's an allocation of TitanX. We're just going to go through the allocation of TitanX because this is going to paint us the best picture when it comes to how Flux impacts Inferno overall. Now, if I just come over here and draw an arrow straight here and then just come over here. Long story short, when it comes to the Flux protocol of whatever is used in the Flux auction, right around 17.2% is burnt. So 17.2% burn. That's the key to really understanding that 17.2% burn. And then we can also, I wonder if that lets me add another line. Awesome. And then on the flip side, there's 28.8% buy side liquidity. So that means when the Flux token is is burnt, Inferno is bought, swap for Flux, and then burnt. These are the two main components of what Flux is doing because it's built on top of Inferno. Those are the things you want to pay attention to. On top of that, there's rewards pools. There's TitanX being sent to Dragon Eggs. There's 2% sent to Helios, and there's a Genesis. We're not going to get into that. We're just focused on the value it adds to Inferno because that's the best way to understand this. Now, if we come over here to Flux, we got another thing we need to add to the chart, and this one's going to be constantly updating. But I'll just add it over to the chart just so we got it real quick. So I'm going to do a quick screen share and then boop. Oh my God. Come on. All right. And then come back over here. And then I'm going to copy this and then add it over. Boom. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So this is what we're looking at right now with this setup. So 17.2% is going to be used to burn the Inferno token. As of right now, the buy and burn, we have 242,000. You take about 17%, we'll say that's right around 24K. That's 24K that's going to be used to burn the Inferno token. The remaining is going to be used to buy Inferno and then use it to burn Flux. That's how this protocol is going to work. So after the first day, we got about $250,000 into these auctions, and that's going to add so much value because the theory is if we make Inferno extremely scarce and increase it in value, then the value from the burns to the Flux token through Inferno are going to be much higher. Does that make sense?
Yes. Continue on.
Cool. So what this is doing is it's basically creating this flywheel. Burn Inferno, increase the value of Flux. More people use the Flux protocol. More Infernos burn. More people use the Flux protocol. More Infernos burn. More people use the Flux protocol. So it's basically a massive flywheel on top of the Inferno protocol. It's going to constantly add this buy and burn pressure. And also there's going to be buy side liquidity. On top of that, you got a contribution to, if we just come over here, the Dragon X and Helios vaults. So some of the TitanX from these auctions are going to go to that, and it's going to make TitanX furthermore deflationary going on to the future. So overall, man, what I like seeing with Inferno is great. Now we go to phase 2. So there's word on the street. There's going to be about 9 protocols on top of Inferno. So let's just talk about the first protocol that's going to be built. The next protocol that we are going to be getting, I believe it's called GoatX. So GoatX hasn't released its white paper yet, and it's one of the founders, I believe, of Blaze that's launching it. So GoatX is creating Inferno on top of Inferno. So it's very simple. You take your Inferno tokens, you mint the GoatX token, and part of the Inferno token is going to be burnt. And then using the Inferno token, it's going to burn the GoatX token. So basically, this is going to be the next layer, and then it's going to continue and continue and continue. So what these project protocols are doing is they're using Inferno as a store of value, and they're using it as a future burn protocol so that it actually increases the value of new meme coins coming onto the future. Does that make sense?
These are preparation protocols. It's understanding that all of this is built by narrative and building these protocols out into the future when we need to re-up and need to have that new built on top of that old. So I'm digging this concept right here, and I'm seeing like Godex and Flux, like I'm seeing almost the same thing, but a little bit different because what you said, S&P 500 when you were talking about Flux, is that because there's different percentage allocations to something else, or were you saying that to something else?
No, I was saying S&P 500 for Inferno for meme coins.
Okay. My bad. But I'm curious to know a little bit more about the 2% to the Helios and stuff. But maybe you can address that later.
Yeah, I'll bring that up. So
E280.
So you know the Helios vault, it takes Ethereum, buys TitanX, restakes it out into the future, and earns more. So that TitanX that's removed from circulation is being used to make TitanX further deflationary. Same with the Dragon X vault. So that's their way of saying, like, here's how we make it deflationary.
That's kind of smart. It seems like a good bet on those ecosystems too, embedded in the protocol.
Yep. Cool. All right. And then before we move on and get into the beautiful charts, last thing I want to talk about is two other protocols. Now, if you guys have been paying attention to our live streams, I did talk to the dude about E280. So E280 is going to be a NFT slash token based protocol. What it's going to do is it's going to have LPs between all the TitanX protocols, and then there's going to be tax fees on top of it that's going to be used to burn each of the tokens. So the theory is the value of the TitanX altcoin ecosystem is going to be through E280. So E280 is actually going to be adding, I believe I need to double check this. It's somewhere between 2 to 3% burn. But keep in mind, this is based off the volume through the pair. So this can be like $10,000 or it could be very well close to $1 million. So E280 is going to have a burn to it. And then TitanX Farms is going to have some sort of burn on top of Inferno. So while you guys are saying like, oh my God, the NV bot on top of Inferno, it's the end of the world. Oh. Well, we got Flux. We got Element 280. We got GoatX. We got TitanX Farms. And then we got 7 other more protocols launching on top of Inferno. So, I mean, hey, man, you got development on top of this protocol. You have excitement. I mean, what more could you ask for? You see what I'm saying?
Well, I think the thing is honestly, if it's almost a revelation to me at this moment in time, but you have to continue to develop. That's the only way you're going to stay up with technology at all whatsoever. And Titan X has given us the perfect incentive and direction to continue building into the future. So just knowing that building is what is necessary to stay relevant and that this protocol encourages that, it just gets me really excited about what we're going to see built on top of this thing in the future. It seems like the sky's the limit. I don't know if I've said that before, but it's just kind of mind blowing.
Yeah, man. And then we also have Jake XLP. So Jake XLP has a Inferno pair. Here, let me see if I can pull up the Jake. Wait, hold on. I want to get I know I'm going to come back to this diagram, so I just want to add the photo real quick, and then we'll get on to other stuff. I love this photo. Let's see. Can I just get yeah, I'll just go to Twitter.
Golly.
All right, here you go. Let me just do a quick screen share, and then I'll add Jake X into the mix. There you go. Boom. All right. And my screen share didn't I? Wait, okay, there it is. All right, hold on. Let me get this, and then boom. Look at that. Look at that right there.
I like these new diagrams, bro. These are gonna be sweet.
Yeah, bro. See, I told you, Damien bullied me, so it hurt my feelings, so I created this. I'm just kidding.
He's not even in here, bro. He's gonna have to watch this later. Shout out to
I'm just
all those
kidding.
who are gonna watch this on the replay later. We smash that like and subscribe button.
Yes, sir. So you guys get the point. Here's how the Inferno ecosystem's being built. You got everything on this diagram. Everything's looking good. And in the future, we're going to add more stuff. The big kahuna right now, it's Flux. So if you guys want to have an opportunity to get into Flux, there's auctions, there's people making passive income, there's people crushing it. From my understanding, if you get into the staking, there's a payout coming up. Where's the rewards? Right here. So there's an 8-day payout coming up in we'll say about 6 days, a little less than 7 days, worth $182,000. So that's going to be the start of this. That's going to be the first payout, and then you got the 28 day, and then it's going to keep going on to the future. So ultimately, man, great opportunity, good stuff. So gotta keep it moving. And shout out to Stray, man. Legendary photo, man. Man, I am feeling a lot of people are going to meme that in the future. So all right, now let's do a quick Hydra update. And then after we do a Hydra update, we're just going to go heavy into charts, if that's cool with you, my man.
Charts. Can't
All right.
spell charts without art.
Chart art. So here's what happened on the last on a tweet I put out, or I think it was the last live stream. If I recall, when I did the math, there was about 434 days worth of buy side DragonX liquidity, and I can't remember what the buy side was, but they just increased it to 100,000 million billion 5.3 billion. So I don't know if they did that because we put that tweet out or we talked about a live stream to throw us off. I don't know if this was a conspiracy by Jake and Eric, but I'm just kidding. I know the reason why. But ultimately, I think what they're doing is they're taking what they learned from Hyper and they're applying it. Some things that you see with Hydra, there's no staking because the staking didn't necessarily benefit Hyper. It made more sense to just do a straight miner. And also the thing that you saw with Hyper was they actually went through and bought a bunch of the supply right off the bat. And then right after that, started to basically wait for the vortex to get released. So now they're doing more of a time release on the Hydra side. So they actually increased this to 5.3 billion TitanX. And that's going to be, was it every 33 minutes? So here, let me just do the quick math on this. I honestly did not do the math on this because I didn't have time. So we have this, and then we have this. So we divide that by that. So 1836. So for every, so there's going to be 1836. There's 33 minutes in a day. So, all right, I'm just going to write this out. Sorry, man. I got engineered this real quick. So if there's 33 minutes in a day, there's 24 hours.
Minutes in a day?
No, not in a day. I'm sorry. Sorry, man. I'm just trying to make sure I can get the amount of days that this is set. So there's 24 hours in a day times 60 divided by 33. And then that should give us, I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure we divide this because it'll give us the amount of times that this will be used. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is divided. 42 days. Okay. So there's 42 days of buy side DragonX liquidity based off what they have. So I took the entire supply of TitanX. I divided by the amount of TitanX that's going to be used to buy DragonX. And then I divide that by, the amount of hours in a day times the minutes. So we got the entire minutes because remember, it's 33 minutes for every burn, right? I divide that by that number, so it gives us the amount of burns every single day. And so with the amount of burns every single day, I divide by the total, and then that gives us about 42 days. So main point I'm trying to say is what's going on with Hydra right now is they're doing a very slowly time buy into the Dragon X. The reason why they're doing this is because they don't want the chart to do a massive drop down. And this is going to slowly feed the Hydra buy and burn. And this also is going to slowly feed the Vortex. So now you can see with the Vortex, it's got about 1 million TitanX and it's got about 74,000 Dragon X. We're seeing Dragon X explode right now. This is in turn is going to increase the value of Dragon X going on to the future as time goes by. Does that make sense? Am I going on a rant?
No. It's a lot, but it is making sense because you're showing how it's going from this first buy Dragon X to the Vortex all the way.
Yeah. So the main point I'm trying to get across with what's going on with Dragon X, Hydra, is when we just take a look at this chart, you see how it came up and then came down and it's slowly just going down. If we look at Hyper, I'll show you what's going on with Hyper, because this will tell you everything you need to know. You saw this. Look, I'll even turn off log. You saw what happened with Hyper. You see this? That's because all that value went in and then boom, came down like that. I think the goal is not to recreate what happened right here. You see what I'm saying? That's basically the goal, is not to recreate that. So that's why they're doing it a little bit slower and doing this time release so that you don't get a crazy looking chart like that, and incentivizes short-term mining up until the Vortex payout. That's my theory.
Yeah,
So
I like it.
All right, cool. So yeah, so overall, Hydra's looking good. It's doing its thing. Dragon X is exploding, which we are going to get into right now. So
Dude,
let's
you
check out
got
the
to
Dragon.
right now because if not, people's heads might explode.
With Dragon X.
Oh, with everything, they're like, hey, show the door. Please, show us why. Why? Tell us why.
I got you. Why does this not look like the Dragon X chart? Am I tripping right now? All right. I don't know. I don't know what I just. Let's try this one. Okay, this doesn't look like the Dragon X chart either. Yeah, this is like some. All right. Why am I not getting the Dragon X chart on the right time frame? All right, Dragon X. Let's do the daily. All right, there you go. This is what we're looking for. I don't know why. All right, that wick is kind of annoying me, but whatever. We'll just let it go. Cool. So basically, if we just take a look at what's going on with Dragon X, if you guys have been paying attention to my charts, we've been talking about a lot of these flags that are forming. So the bottom was somewhere, it was probably somewhere right around here, right? So right around here, we gave you guys a warning like, hey, something's going on with Dragon X. Next thing you know, this thing kind of just goes up and then down. So basically right here, it's just a massive flag. Do you like the new color scheme? Can you see it all right?
Yeah, this is way different, but yeah, I'm liking it. I'm
All
just
right.
I'm zoned in today. There's all kind of new tools and tricks and treats. So you getting ready for October with all these tricks and treats, bro? October.
I love it. So here's what we're seeing with these charts. So basically, we're just getting these massive flags. So boom, flag right here, broke out, another flag, came back into the other flag, and then now we're at the next breakout. So our target outside of this flag was actually just hit and was actually front ran a little bit. So right now we're trading sideways right here. The real question is, with this breakout, will we start to see some sort of doji and then trade sideways and then form another flag like this? Everyone's like, hey, Chris, how'd you predict these charts? I just looked at the flags and how it's just breaking out every single time. So I gave you guys, I literally on Twitter, if you guys have been paying attention to our Twitter, I'll show you guys right here. I literally gave you guys the box of opportunity. Why won't you come up? You see right here? So I gave you the first box of opportunity, and it was clearly, evidently a flag. Boom. I give you guys another box of opportunity. Boom. Flag. So there's going to be another box opportunity that I'm going to tweet out. It's up to you guys to take advantage of the situation. And please keep in mind, that's not going to be there forever. That's free information. I'm trying to help you guys out here. It's not going to be here forever. But I think you guys get the point. So overall, DragonX is looking good. Now, some things we can look at for targets. So I'm looking at the Fibonacci tool. I also changed up the Fibonacci tool so it doesn't look as weird and sketchy. I don't really like the shading lines or whatnot. So for this first breakout on the Fibonacci extension tool, let's take it all the way down to the bottom. So right here, we had the 1.618, and we actually came very close to the 1.618. And that's where we had that first breakout. Now for the second breakout, we're coming in. We have a target on the Fibonacci tool if we were to follow the same pattern of 4 zeros and a 2743. That's if we follow the same pattern, or we continue to follow that flag. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So we can either just do a breakout based on this flag pattern, boom, or we just come up and we touch up here at 0.02453, which is about a 60x from here. So that's what I'm looking at right now when it comes to any potential DragonX breakouts. Now, some other ones that we can take a look at, because it seems like the Fibonacci stuff is working out extremely well for predictions. So we come up here, touch 1.618, and then on the more aggressive side, we can be looking at the 0.00047407. And that's probably going to be something like a 2x from here. Let's take a look. Let's take a look real quick. Yeah, about a little less than a 2x. So you guys get the point. So these are the two places I'm looking at potential targets for DragonX. And the one thing that DragonX has that's going to be a huge benefit to this protocol is right here. Right here. We had the launch of Hydra. So when it comes to these targets and these timelines, it's going to be a little bit more aggressive because of the Hydra launch. Boom. So we got the Hydra launch right here. And then I believe we said, was it Christmas, right? We got that Christmas present coming in.
Well, Christmas Day.
Christmas Day, we have the Hydra Vortex release. Vortex release. Boom, baby. Good to go. So overall, man, this is probably one of the best charts in crypto right now. Daily looks great. Let's take a look at the weekly. Holy cow, dude. Look at the weekly. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green candles. We had a doji, a spinning top doji, and then bullish engulfing candle, and then another candle. Let's look at the monthly.
That candle's just from today for the week.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it's Monday. All right, so that candle doesn't count, but this one does. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Good call. Good call. Let's look at the monthly. So we are actually coming on a month. Holy cow, look at that. we are coming on a monthly close, so we can use this one, dude. The monthly close on this, if we hit up here, is going to be insane when it comes to a monthly close on DragonX. Just think about that for a second. So, dang, man, I don't know what else to really tell you guys. I mean, this chart broke out of 2 bull flags, and it looks like it's about to start its wave 3. Let's see if I can screw you. Not you guys, that one. So we talk about Elliott wave impulse theory. So we had a top here, and then we came down to another bottom. And so basically what we're doing right now is we're trying to figure out where wave 3 is. So right here, this is our wave 3 that we're currently undergoing. So wave 3 can go as high as up here. And then we have a little bit of a retracement on wave 4. And then we go straight into our wave 5, which I think 3 zeros and a 1 is definitely within the realm of possibility. This is one pattern, not financial advice. And I'll probably bring this a little bit closer here. So yeah, basically, long story short, DragonX is in its wave 3. It's blowing out of a bunch of bull flags, and sky's the limit. Any thoughts on this?
I woke up this morning and that's all I could see, bro. All over Twitter, I'm like looking at the price chart, like this thing is going insane. Not financial advice, but hey, there was a little bit of time traded sideways there. So be looking for that again. I think we said, I think I just saw this right here. 15% negative 15% from here. Somebody's backing up the truck, man. And then
Yes,
and
sir.
then also we got here he thinks after you saw that monthly that you're FOMOing, dude. You're about to FOMO, Chris.
Yeah, no, I to be honest, like some of these time frames I don't look at until we go on live stream, and I think you guys a little bit right. Right when I saw the monthly, dude, it got me way too excited, bro. So, all right, let's talk about TitanX. Boom. All right, so this was just left over from one of my other chart analysis. I'm gonna get rid of this. All right, now let's bring in. Hold on. If I remember correctly, yeah, this is what we want. Let's do a new pan. No, let's not do a new pan. I do not want to do a new pan because it actually looks better when I bring the charts together. Let's do new price scale. All right, we're back in business, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now for this one, I'm gonna come over here. Let's go to settings. Let's do candles. And let's do log. Why does this keep doing this to me, man? Yo, this is driving me nuts. All right, hold on.
It's because today is all about matrix attacks, just so you know. So yeah, that's why.
Yeah, I don't know.
I pulled up into parking spot 13 today, bro. This was bound to happen.
Yeah, no, this is freaking nuts. I don't know why this keeps doing this to me. All right. Let's just change the style then. Let's do hollow candles. Bro, it doesn't even like hollow candles. What is this, bro? All right, whatever. I'm about to just rage quit. All right, well, I'm gonna do it one more time and then let's just keep it like this. It'll be phenomenal if we can get some. It'll be phenomenal if we can just get some candles. All right, I'm gonna clean this up right here. But what's great about all this stuff is that I can use this for a comparison analysis. So I'm gonna get this over here, this over here, this over here. Yeah, so this was actually from my tweet. So I'm just gonna start deleting stuff. All right. Next time, what's up?
I was just gonna say, if you're one of the 152 people in here right now, smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. We're trying to get up to 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. We're not really trying, but we're trying to get there. We're gonna get there. So
yeah. Oh, yes, sir. Hopefully. All right. Now I'm gonna try this one more freaking time. Otherwise, I might have an aneurysm. I don't know if I can say that, but you get the point. Candles, please. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. All right. We're back in business. Another beautiful day in the Matrix. So, Chris, what have we been seeing with the TitanX and the DragonX chart? This is extremely important. So, if you guys have been paying attention to this chart, I love charts and I love seeing what's going on. So, if you come down here, there's a bottom right here at DragonX, right? So, DragonX came down, bottomed out right here, and then hit a top right here. You see that?
yeah,
You see that?
I see what you're getting at.
So when that happened, TitanX hit a bottom right here. See this black line coming down? So
Yeah.
what I saw here is DragonX front ran the bottom of TitanX, and then TitanX boomed and then came down and then bottomed out right here. Okay. So next logical step, where is the next DragonX bottom? So I'm pretty sure when I was doing this, it's somewhere like right about here. This was the next DragonX bottom. It's somewhere in this area. You guys can fact check me and check it out later. So that came in right there. And then we had a top right here. So bottomed here, topped out right about here. What do we notice about TitanX? This is TitanX up here. DragonX, TitanX. What happened right here was the top came, so this bottomed out and then ran and topped out here. And then right when this bottomed out, it came in and topped right up here. So what this is telling me right now is that DragonX is actually front running the market compared to TitanX. And so what happens with DragonX is going to be a better indicator to see what's going to happen with TitanX. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So the main
So,
point, go ahead.
but in that drawing, it looks like you're saying the top chart is Titan X,
Yeah.
and the bottom chart's Dragon X.
Yeah.
So why on the second blue dot is that one before, or that why is the second blue dot on the Dragon X chart? That one's after. Yeah.
Well, we're talking about the start. So you see
Okay.
how it bottomed here and then ran and then topped out, went down.
Oh. Okay.
It
Yeah.
came,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
came. So basically, it came up here and then bottomed right here, right? So it's trading
Okay.
sideways, came up here. It didn't break the all-time high, came down, bottom, broke the all-time high, bottomed down, came back up, all-time high, bottom. Came up here, all-time high, bottom, came up, all-time high, bottom. So it's based on don't worry necessarily on the top. It's where the bottom starts in comparison to the top. So the run was much longer and it started much sooner on Dragon X. That's the main point I'm trying to get across.
Yeah. 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 And as probably an effect from that, then the Titan X one was a lot shorter.
Right. So the main point I'm trying to get across is what I'm seeing with this chart is Dragon X is front running the price performance of Titan X. Dragon X is running right now. What does that mean for Titan X?
TitanX is getting ready to run probably really soon. And we see from these bubbles that it could be much, much shorter than the Dragon X run, but it's saying that it's going to run nonetheless. So that's what I just learned from that little lesson, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, we're about to see another run that's probably going to hit the TitanX ecosystem, and not a lot of people are really getting this thing across. So the reason why I did this exercise is to show you guys that Dragon X is basically the backbone of this ecosystem. Inferno, in my opinion, is going to be the marketing. It's going to be like the face, but Dragon X is going to be the backbone of what's going on with Titan X. And each and every single project and protocol plays a significant role. JKX plays a significant role. Was it the Legend X NFTs? They're getting to the NFT markets and bringing that to Titan X. We got Hydra. We've got what's another protocol? Helios. They're trying to be like a treasury for TitanX. Every single protocol has their purpose. But the thing I'm pointing out here is what's going on with Dragon X has a huge correlation with TitanX. And it's very important you pay attention to the Dragon X chart.
What do they
So
call them? The big five? Or I'm seeing it's virtually the infrastructure for the TitanX ecosystem. We're getting to see it all laid out before our eyes. And shout out to some of those guys that you were just talking about, Flux, Volt, like you said, Legend X, Jake X. Look, all these guys are special and take their place. But you guys got to understand that these things are popping up left and right. And there's people in the DMs every single day, multiple times a day, trying to get interviews and things like that. So just know, like, if we don't shout you out, it's not because we're just like trying to gatekeep you guys. Sometimes there's just a lot going on. There's new protocols. I'm seeing some Morpheus. There's just new stuff every minute I'm waking up. So it's really hard to keep track of it all.
yes, sir. And the one thing I'm noticing, I'm curious to see how this weekly candle closes out, because you can kind of see these candles are matching up relative to size. If you look, like, so for example, very similar size in this weekly candle. I mean, even the shape is that, dude. This is like this is a inverse shooting star spinning top. Like, look at some of these candles coming across. You can even see a comparison. The only thing different was this one in the week of September. We have a potential spinning top doji and then a bullish engulfing candle. That's a little bit different. So you guys see the price correlation, and something that I think everybody should keep their eye on. So overall, man, I love what's going on. And I'll tell you one thing. We don't have Hyper or Hydra or whatnot on Dex tools. I mean, excuse me, Trading View. But when we get that on Trading View, man, it's going to get crazy on this live stream when I bring up Hyper and Hydra and I put things together and I try to line things up. So, it was a really great comparison. So next thing, I want to come over here to Ethereum. So that does not look like Ethereum. So all right, that looks like Ethereum that I love to mess around with. All right, so I'm going to try to add TitanX to this, because this is going to be another great exercise to show you guys. All right, here you go. All right, I'm going to try to, we're going to have to put this in log. I don't really want to delete my lines, so I'm going to keep the lines here. And then let's get the candles going.
Man, I got a feeling these side-by-side comparisons are really going to give us a look inside the engine of TitanX, bro. This is crazy. That last one was pretty tight, pretty nice, bro. Nice work, bro. I like the new surprises, man.
Yes, sir. Yep. So, with these side-by-side comparisons, this is just going to tell you if your investment's a good play. That's all we're trying to do. We're basically taking TitanX and we're saying, like, okay, so we got this really cool protocol called TitanX. Let's just see how it plays out. Let's see if it compares. Let's see if it's actually worth getting into. Let's see if is it better to hold ETH than TitanX? Is it better to hold TitanX and ETH? So that's all we're doing on these analysis. And for some reason, this analysis is not letting me do this. All right. I got a better idea. Let's just make this less complicated. All right. Let's get rid of this chart. And then let's add Ethereum from Coinbase. Let's see if this works. New pan. No, I don't want this one. Oh my god, bro, dude, I'm so sorry, dude. It's just not my day. All right.
You're good, man. No, you're good. This is a new process. We're gonna all have to work through it. I'm pretty sure our guys got some patience. Our ladies and gentlemen in the audience are patient. So while Chris figures it out, you can smash the subscribe button. I'm pretty sure most of you that are here are subscribed. But hey, subscribe your grandmother. Log in on your brother's Google account. You know what I mean? Pick up your sister's phone and get her bell notifications on there, so that she too can understand the correlations of TitanX and the rest of the crypto markets. Go ahead, Chris. It looks like you're almost there. I'm just a additional mouthpiece to talk when Chris is getting ready to paint Picasso's, paint masterpieces, and use nifty new tools that he surprises me with. It's like presents when I see new tools.
Yes, sir. Love it, love it. Appreciate you, my man. All right. No, hollow looks stupid. No, that does not look good. Yes. All right. Another beautiful day in the Matrix. All right. So here's what we're trying to look at. We're trying to look at the correlation between what's going on with Ethereum and then what's also going on with TitanX, because based on this correlation, this can paint us a good picture, like, hey, we're in the right asset, or hey, we're not in the best asset right now. So based on what we've been seeing with Ethereum, come on, man. So we're going to go back all the way to March. So the March came up here and then peaked off. So I'm going to put a blue dot right here. And then I'm going to put a red dot right here.
Let's go.
So top right here, drop right here. That's basically what happened. Then we came up. Actually, no, this is actually a little bit lower. So we actually could have bombed out right about here, maybe right here. So we topped right here and we bombed out right here. So if I just come up here and then just look at the price decrease, that's about 89% if you bought the top. So we're going to do this. We're going to put negative 80, was it 89? I believe it was like 88%. We'll do 88, just to keep it good with numerology. Negative 88.9% over the course of, how many days was this? From that bottom, about 180, and then now we're seeing at about 197. So it's probably not that bad. Now TitanX. We bottomed out right here. So I'm going to get rid of these little local bottoms because all we care about is when we bottomed out and then where we were sitting. So from this bottom to this high, yeah, about 527.34%. So basically, when Ethereum dipped down and came down here and TitanX bottomed out, if you were to put $100 into TitanX close to the bottom, you'd have $500. If you put $100 in right at this time, we'll say like right at this time, right when the bottom came in. I don't want to be too much of a jerk because that'd be kind of mean. You would be down $68. So just based on a dollar cost basis, what we're seeing is because TitanX is bottoming out, things are actually looking pretty good. Now we had a dip down, and since Ethereum was dipping, because keep in mind this is TitanX to the wrapped ETH pair. So because Ethereum's dipping down, TitanX is actually maintaining its value because it's using Ethereum to burn the TitanX. So what this is telling me is that TitanX is actually serving as a phenomenal hedge against Ethereum, especially when Ethereum is actually having a market downturn, because we have a bottom here. Actually, I'm going to do a line on all the little tops. So we top here. We got a top here. Top here. Well, come on, man. Top here. And then we had a top here. A little bit of top here. And then it seems like it's actually bottoming out. And I need to get rid of this top. So right here, boom, top, down, came up, boom, top, down, came up here, boom, top, came down, trading sideways, boom. So overall, what I'm seeing with the TitanX chart is that it's designed to follow the price of ETH, but it's also designed to be a leverage play on top of Ethereum. And because Ethereum's being used to burn the TitanX token, it's actually performing a lot better during market downturns. And so the best way to think about it is when you hold Ethereum, well, when you hold TitanX, it's basically holding Ethereum, but higher appreciation and value because it's all based off that buy and burn. Do you understand this concept? Because I can break this down.
This is pretty simple, bro. You just proved it in a very simple way too. So there's no need for me to say anything.
Okay. So
it's very easy.
If you take profit in Ethereum and you hold in your wallet, and you take profit in TitanX and you hold into your wallet, TitanX is basically Ethereum. It just goes up a little bit faster. So you're better off holding in that value into TitanX based off of the recent market downturn. And now that TitanX is bottom in the past was at 180 days. That's what I'm seeing. And that's what this chart tells me. So the question that I have now, I'm going to get rid of all these charts. So right here, we had we had the Vortex launch, and then it's pretty evident that the Vortex launch had a huge impact on the price of TitanX. We're starting to see it come up here. And then on the flip side, we're starting to see Ethereum come up and curve up. The question is, what happens to TitanX when we start to see Ethereum come back up and come back up into its bull market? That's the real question, because if TitanX continues to climb, then we can make the case that when Ethereum dips, TitanX will maintain its position. When Ethereum increases or goes for a run, TitanX will continue to maintain its position. You see what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah,
the
if
ultimate hedge against market
Yeah,
volatility.
if ETH run if ETH we don't because we don't know yet. We've never seen TitanX perform while ETH is performing. So, but we can look at these downturns and assume what's going to happen. But yeah, it definitely does seem like TitanX is going to be a stronger hedge against Ethereum to answer your question overall. So good analysis, man. And dang, dude, 527%. So that's really interesting. And yeah, now I'm definitely excited to see where this thing goes versus ETH.
Yeah. So let's look at the TitanX bottom. Last thing I want to go over. So TitanX bottomed out right here. We had a dip down, traded sideways, and then we have a man. I wish I still had one of my dots. Whatever. So bottom down right here, traded sideways, and then we went up. And so what I'm seeing is when we went up here, so we saw Ethereum go up right about here. It actually followed that pattern, and then as it was trading sideways, we had TitanX dip down a little bit, hyper kicks in, then comes up. So ultimately, just based off of what we see right here, so I'm talking like right here and right here.
You can imagine that it's going to happen when ETH really goes on a run. Like I guess Ray was saying that just a minute ago. So yeah.
Yeah. So just based on these two chart anomalies right here, so Ethereum goes up, and then we see TitanX go up, and then when it trades sideways like this, TitanX had an inflation event right here, and then started going down. So yeah, man, I think the best way to really think about this is it's probably going to do something similar to what we see here, and then also see right here. So yeah, man, I mean, honestly, dude, these charts are crazy. It's like, look at this. So you see Ethereum go here. I'm gonna try to make this a little less congested. Is this in log? Yeah. Is this in log? That's why this thing wasn't in log. Oh well, I'll put it back. Baby, come back. All right, I think I messed it up. Ah, my god, dude. Of course I messed this up. All right, let's put this in log. All right. All right, cool. So if you guys just take a quick zoom out, I'm gonna go on a higher time frame so you don't see like a bunch of black lines. Just look at these charts right now. You see the market maker for Matrix. You see that M? You see that M?
I see
And
it,
then
dog. I see it.
TitanX is coming down and it's forming a W for when.
Win.
M for Matrix, W for when. That's what I'm seeing. So there you go, guys. So I mean, ultimately, I think the main point of this analysis and this little exercise that we're talking about is we're trying to tell you guys, if you were to hold Ethereum right when TitanX bottomed out, this is what would happen. Now, please keep in mind, and I just want to be completely transparent. During this period of time, we did have an inflation event with TitanX. We did see TitanX come up and then dip down right here. And so during this period, people were getting miners, and then we hit day 280. And I can't remember. You remember what day 280 was again? Because I cannot remember. I think it was what was that? Was that September or something?
Oh, was it? It wasn't. No. Let me look at the channel real quick. I think.
Okay. Well, it's not a big deal. So
Oh.
long story short, we were in the initial minting phase of what was going on with TitanX right here. and then we bombed out. So we had to go through this minor phase. So you can make a case like, okay, but TitanX is coming down. So our argument is from here on out, with the reduction in miners producing TitanX, now we're starting to bottom out. Now we're starting to see the chart do its thing. So that's basically the main point I'm trying to say, is from here on out, whether you get in now or later down the road. So cool. Any other questions, man?
No, man. From here, I can just see this thing's going to get ready to W one out, bro. Get that W. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. So I love it, man. I think it's cool, dude. I think it's really cool. And then cool. All right, awesome. So wow, that actually went by pretty, man, felt like time went by. So we got about an hour. So we can do one of two things. I can talk about what's going on with SWE and the market maker, or I could talk about TitanX hyper deflationary day 280 miners coming in profitability. Which one sounds more interesting to you?
Bro, just talk about the second one. But
Okay.
nobody, no, everyone's gonna kill us.
Mr. Picasso, Trey Souls. All right. So
Yes. Nobody wants to talk about how awesome SWE is. But here, I'll give you the quick rundown about SWE.
okay.
SWE. Here's SWE. It's probably one of the best blockchains built, and it's all you really need to know is it's got a bunch of reputable names and uh, investors, and it's blowing up right now, like we called months ago on the channel. And that's why I'm giving you this type of analysis, because we told you to get into SWE. We told you how to. We didn't tell you to, because we don't give financial advice. But SWE's blowing up, so if you're interested in other blockchains, SUI SWE. But we're gonna talk about some other things. Farming on Turbo, finance on SWE. Yes, Shrey, we're doing the same on Turbo Finance. Got to be over there. Got to be over there. So yeah, that's your little quick breakdown of SWE, and Chris is going to give you the rest.
Yes, sir. And then let me do one last thing. All right. We'll do this, and then we gotta get into some charts, because we always go down the TitanX rabbit hole, and then we don't get to like half the stuff we usually do. So it is what it is. All right. Can you see my chart, my graph, this beauty?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is what we're paying attention to right now. And then I wondered, can I pull up Drag? Oh, I got the TitanX logo. Let's freaking go. Okay. Well, I thought there was going to be a TitanX logo. Let's go to their Twitter. Let's see if I can get a TitanX logo.
Matrix is tweaking on you again.
Yeah, I know, man.
There it goes.
Come on.
Tweaking. It's tweaking, Dave.
Yeah, I know. Oh, here we go. We got it. Boom. All right. So we're going to talk about when TitanX goes deflationary. And I got some pushback on this on Twitter, because people decided not to look into what I'm saying. So I'll go ahead and explain it like we always do. Do we have the TitanX logo?
Yes, we do.
All right. So here's how this works. TitanX. What is TitanX? So it's a staking protocol, right? And you have TitanX staking. TiTX staking, right? This is the key. So how does TitanX staking work with TitanX? Right around, I think it was 42.5%. So you have ETH. So basically you receive ETH and it goes straight into TitanX. And then that's going to be used to burn the TitanX protocol, right? Now the TitanX staking from the TitanX protocol is going to take of that ETH that it receives, 42.5% TitanX is burned, and then 42.5% is used back into TitanX staking, so increases protocol. So this TitanX that goes back into TitanX staking through TitanX, it's removed from circulation, so it's deflationary, and it's called the TitanX Vault. DBX Vault. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
DragonX Vault. So the ETH that comes out of the TitanX staking, half of it is used to, well, all of it's used to buy TitanX. Half of that burns the DBX token. The other half goes back into TitanX staking and it just goes right around in circles, right? So we got this protocol, and then we got a new introduction of a new player, which is going to make everything extremely fruitful. We got Hydra, and I'm not going to get the Hydra logo. Hydra. So Hydra is just going to accelerate this process right here, right here. So Hydra feeds into DragonX and increases the amount of DragonX that's going to receive from the staking payout. You get some more Ethereum. Hydra burns DragonX, whole 9 yards. We did a whole video on this, guys. If you guys want to know all about our Hydra analysis, go in the back. Actually, you know what? I got it right here. Look at that. Look at that.
Legendary, bro. It's
Bro.
legendary.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, dude. I'm just interfacing with the Matrix so much. You know what I'm saying? It just things just come to my mind, dude. Look, I got it right here. Everything you need to know, because the reason why I got it was because I was going for this photo right here. So shout out to Stray OX, because that's the reason why I got that photo.
Yo, Stray, you really made this live stream bumping, baby.
All right. Hydra, right here. Everything you need to know. I'm not going to talk about because we're just going to waste a bunch of time. This is what we're looking at on TitanX. So what do you notice about the TitanX miner, Trey Souls? Talk to me. What do you notice?
It's getting close to being profitable again, baby. We're getting closer.
Right here. 45.52. Right here. The profitability. So my thesis. So I'm going to write this out. Thesis. TitanX miners are profitable. Means we are hyper deflationary. Why do you think? Why is this my thesis right here? I want to make this a little bigger or something. Oh shit, that's a little too big. You want to take a guess? Any guesses?
Why TitanX miners are profitable means we are hyper deflationary.
Why?
Go.
All right. The reason why, because it all has to do with this right here, the rolling payouts. You see these rolling payouts, these beautiful payouts. Yes. So sooner or later, when TitanX miners become profitable, these payouts are going to have a bunch of Ethereum. We have the 369-day payout, $6 million worth of ETH. We have the 888-day payout, which is $3 million right now. And we have the 8-day, we have the 28-day, we have the 90-day, and then it keeps on going. What happens when these miners start up and Ethereum gets filled into these payout cycles? Where does all that ETH go?
To buy TitanX and burn it.
Yes, but it actually goes through the DragonX protocol. It all goes through the DragonX protocol through the staking payouts. In the beginning, you could have used your TitanX to receive this ETH. But now that DragonX and Hydra are out there, that protocol is going to receive a majority of Ethereum. All that ETH is going to be used to buy TitanX. Half of it's going to be used to burn DragonX. The other half goes back into the staking vaults. It is going to add another level of hyper deflationary on top of the TitanX protocol like no one ever believes. And when these TitanX miners become profitable, a lot of that ETH that's being used through the miners, part of it's used for the buy and burn, and then a good portion of it is used for the staking payout. All of that that's being used for the staking payout is going to go back into the TitanX token. So what you guys saw at the beginning of TitanX was just child's play, because most of that ETH was going to people staking and taking that ETH and buying other stuff. Now, all that ETH that's going to get generated from these future miners. Exactly.
Yes,
so when miners are profitable, more ETH is going to be stacked into the system that you're not going to be able to see. We'll tell you guys about it. And because that's going to rotate back into the system, you're going to have more buy pressure behind the TitanX token. So the reason why I talk about this all the time, Miners being profitable because it's going to fill the 8-day, the 28-day, the 90-day, the 369-day. Well, 8-day, 28-day, 90-day. These are the main ones. And then 369 to 888 will come out very soon. It's going to fill out these three, and these three payout vaults are going to go straight back to DragonX. DragonX becomes more deflationary. What happens to Hydra? What happens to Hydra?
It becomes more. It becomes more scarce as well.
Hydra goes crazy as well. More people use Hydra. Hydra makes DragonX more deflationary, increases the value of the vault. It is a massive glitch in the matrix when TitanX miners become profitable. You are going to see mass deflation like you never seen before, and it is happening very soon.
Okay, so Hydra is a catalyst to make this happen faster. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. And is Hydra a, bear with me here on my illustration, is it like, say we've got a plumbing line that has a break in it that we just want to avoid altogether. We just take the line here and we reroute around and we continue on the line. Is that what happened with Hyper and Hydra? Yes or no?
No. So Hydra is basically, it's like a rocket ship, right? Going up into the moon. And you have a bunch of engines, right? The main engine is TitanX, and you want to take this rocket ship to the moon. Hyper is another engine on that rocket ship to get us faster to the moon. Hydra is another rocket, like little engine on that rocket to get us faster to the moon. Dragon X is a massive rocket, engine behind that rocket to get us even faster. It's an accelerator.
Got it. Got it. That's all I wanted to know, man.
Well, and then here's the other thing. Here's the other big thing. And wait, there's more. So these TitanX miners, right? ETH to start the miners. Why is this important?
How? Because the more ETH that we store up for the future, the more buy pressure. Probably the wrong answer, but hey.
Yes. But the miners require more ETH to produce less TitanX. So when these vaults get filled, man, there's going to be a lot more ETH than in the beginning because the amount of TitanX that needs to be created gets more expensive while less of it's being produced. So the point I'm trying to say is the cost to produce these miners is going to go up, and then it's going to cap out at 2 ETH. So not only are we going to have all that ETH go into those payouts, there's going to be much more of it, and there's going to be much more buy side liquidity on the entire ecosystem, driven through the DragonX protocol, Hydra, and all the other built on TitanX protocols.
Dude, it's just a pressure cooker. Love it, dude. I don't know. I
It's
only like to use all these different analogies, but it makes sense as that ETH price goes up and those miners become harder and harder to mint, that we're just gonna see this thing go crazy and be extremely profitable to mint to do miners when the TitanX price is soaring. So all it's gonna do is just continually attract people in and send us to the freaking moon, dude.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, when these TitanX miners start to become profitable in the day 280, it's going to happen very fast, and not many people, not many of you guys are going to see it coming, because the thing that me and Trey know is that all that ETH that goes into those miners, it's going to cost a little bit more. It's going to produce a little bit less TitanX, and it's all going to go back into buying up that TitanX. And now that we're not producing any miners for almost, was it like 6 months, 7 months? It's going to start off with TitanX being mintable 80 days down the road, and then it's going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. So it's going to create a massive supply shock. I'm telling you guys, when TitanX goes, it's going to go very fast and it's going to explode. And the amount of FOMO coming into this ecosystem because of what DragonX and Hydra built is insane. And it's very hard to wrap your head around. So my head around. So yeah, man. So anything else on
Bro,
that? Any other thoughts?
I honestly think you might have your head wrapped around it more than anyone in the world. So I think you're doing all right. A big thing is just that everything is green. Everything is green in this ecosystem except for Inferno. It's just Inferno, everything burning, everything everywhere. But you know what? We need a little bit of red to go with that because it's gonna be Christmas time when those miners are when the what is the vortex kicks in on the Hydra. Oh, bro, we need the red and green, and that green is gonna keep attracting new investors. People, this is just the beginning, child's play. Oh man, you just get started. Just
Yeah,
getting
man.
started.
Yes, sir. So, like I said, I'm telling you, pay attention to this. Like, screw all the other statistics. When you see this become profitable, it's go time for TitanX.
Let's
280-day.
go.
It's going to start off with 280-day miners being profitable, and next thing you know, it's going to be 40-day miners that are going to be profitable, and you guys are going to be like, "Holy smokes, what's going on?" And then me and Trey Souls will be in Costa Rica by then. I'm just kidding, but you guys get the point. We're just joking. So good stuff. All
We
right.
got we got 20 minutes, bro. We got 20 minutes left. What you want to do, dude?
We gotta talk about altcoin dominance. So I know we spent a little too much time on all this stuff. So let's just let's get into charts. So what? Yeah.
Shorts.
All right. Let's talk about what's going on with Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now. All right. If you guys were following our live stream, one thing we talked about, key level 62K, blew right past it, baby. So we're looking pretty good. I told you, get up to 62K. Now we got to test the height of this flag. Where are we sitting? We tested the height of the flag. So right here, came up here, 64K, busted down. So there's a couple scenarios we can look at. We come down and we might need to confirm this breakout. So we might need to come down to 61, 62K, or even as low as 61K. And because we broke out, come down, confirm it, then we come up here and touch the top of this flag. So what I'm looking at for this weekly close, if it's a little bit of a doji, then we might have to come down and test down a little bit lower. If it's a green candle, we touch the top of this flag, and then it might actually be go time to the upside. So as of right now, man, this weekly close is going to be extremely important. It's based on whether we get a doji or we get another green candle, and we form your favorite trading pattern, which is
3 white soldiers.
if we get a 3 white soldiers on the daily, bro, it's go time. I'm telling you right now. I'm calling it right now. If we get 3 white soldiers, 1 green candle, another green candle, another green candle, boom, it's go time, baby. So that's what we're looking at. If it's a doji, we might have to test it out. So that's looking pretty good. Now let's take a look at the daily. I probably should have started off with the daily. So inverse head and shoulders. So we got a shoulder, a head, broke out, came up here, tested that level, and now we're breaking down. We're just trading sideways, and it's just flagging out a little bit. So that's what we're seeing. And the question is on this daily close, if this is a spinning top doji, might have to come back in and then come back up. So we got about 6 days. I keep forgetting it's Monday, dude. I don't know why. Yeah, I keep forgetting it's Monday. So we got 6 days for this to play out. So I know I'm jumping the gun a little bit. Now
All
let's
I
talk
know is
about.
that I'm seeing
Go
a
ahead.
W on that chart. It looks like it's getting ready to W on out of there.
Yeah, W for winner, bro. See, up, W, W, down, boom.
Yup.
All right, let's talk about the monthly close. This is going to be a very important monthly close so that you guys can pay special attention to, because if we close out green on this monthly, and with the news about what we saw with Bitcoin dominance, and now that the Federal Reserve has pivoted on interest rates and now we're cutting interest rates, oh my God, bro, we're setting up for the craziest bull market ever. So on the monthly, what I want to see is a green candle. I do not want to see a doji. I do not want to see a red. Well, a doji wouldn't be bad. If we came down here to 59K, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but it would be a make it or break it moment. But we don't want to see that. I want to see it come up here, either touch the top of this flag, or just close out for where it's at right now, because that's going to set us up into Pumptober, Pump November, Matrix December, and we'll just keep freaking going to the moon, baby. So that's what we're looking at. Now, if we come up here and test this out right here, we'll probably form a beautiful cup and handle on the monthly. A cup of, keep in mind, there's a difference between a cup and handle on the monthly, the weekly, and the daily. If you get a cup of handle on the daily, that's huge. If it's on the weekly, that's rare. If it's on the monthly, that's extremely rare. So if we form a cup and handle on the monthly, dude, oh my God, oh my Lanta.
Yeah.
This thing is going to go absolutely freaking nuclear. All right. Now let's just take a look at, is this on log? Why is this on log? Okay. Sorry. I don't know why that was on log. All right. Let's just take a look at some. What's this thing called? Fibonacci. For some reason, bro, I can never remember names. It's just getting bad.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it right.
All right. So Fibonacci. So we're coming up here. We're above the 0.88. We came down to the 0.786. Came in, touched it, came in, touched it. So we did a double touch on the 0.786. I'm going to have to add a couple more bands. I know I deleted a couple, but actually, you know what? Forget it. Let's just bring it up. Where was it? Let's bring this in. 0.786. Yeah. All right. We'll just leave that. So came in, touched it, came in. Now we're above the 0.88 and we're getting ready for go time. So based on our extension theory, if we break out a cup of handle, the 1.618 is sitting at about 110. Our first target we're sitting at is about 80 to 90K. And then probably on the higher end is what we're predicting. Could be RH is predicting a 226, which is based off of the 3.618. And then we have the 134. So in my opinion, if we actually break out of this, our first target is going to be 80 to 90K. And where we got that 80 to 90K, if you come here on the daily, we did get an inverse head and shoulders right here. So right here, we had an inverse head and shoulders. You come up here, we have a target. Now, the thing about these trading patterns you got to understand is when we come across and we do them, you can come up, and then you can basically get rejected, come up, get rejected. And then once we hit the breakout, that target's still in play. Same thing with here. You see right here. What trading pattern do you see right here? We talk about this one a lot.
Adam and Eve.
Adam and Eve. It's the same target that we can use for this one. Come over here. Come to Adam and Eve. This one's looking at about 80K. So that's how I got anywhere between 80 to 90K. We got Adam and Eve on the lower end. We got an inverse head and shoulders on the higher end. So between 80 and 90K, it's probably going to be our first target, 85K. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right. So good stuff. I might change up
That
this.
is the most massive cup and handle ever, dude. That's exactly what you want to see on a Bitcoin chart.
I know, dude. If you just take a look at this, dude, it is crazy. Now,
All
Bitcoin
that
dominant. Go ahead.
pain and suffering in that cup. There's pain and suffering in that cup, and it's filled with the tears of TitanX haters.
I love it. All right, Bitcoin dominance, baby. Check this out. We gotta talk about this, man. This is huge. So we have the 100 monthly simple moving average. Look where it touched. Right here. See? And it broke down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's it forming right now?
Gravestone Doji or spinning top Doji.
It's forming a gravestone or spinning top doji, which means
this thing's about to get wrecked.
yes, sir. That's what that means, baby. Let's freaking go, dude. We told you. It touched the 100 monthly simple moving average. It broke down. It's forming a gravestone doji on the monthly. We still have 7 days left in this month. If it is a doji, or even if it goes a little bit down below, that's good enough for me because this thing is breaking down. Crazy, man.
Oh, we made it.
Look at that. Look at that. And we were even close to the price range. We said anywhere between 59% and 60%. This thing got as high as 58.6%. 58.6%. We're off by 0.4%. So
I haven't heard anyone else in crypto talking about this. And we've talked about this every week for the past 5 months, bro. This is where we've been right here. This has got to be one of the most exciting streams. I can feel the chill of the October air coming in, bro. It feels like fall, bro. It feels like some of these old things gonna fall off and we're gonna get some new things, baby. Let's go.
Yes, sir. So let's go. Let's take a look at the weekly because weekly is going to be interesting. So check this out. Gravestone Doji, and then we got a big red candle. So keep in mind, we got 6 more days left. Now, if this comes down more than 50% lower, right around here, and closes out, that's going to be an evening star. An evening star is one of the most bearish trading charts, candlestick formations ever. Doji is up there, but when you have 3 candles showing an evening star, that's a step above a doji, and they're not going to tell you that in trading because, like, you got three candlestick patterns, you got single candlestick patterns, you got 4 candlestick patterns. So if you look at these charts and you understand the trading stick patterns, when you have a certain trading stick formation with more candlesticks, there's a high percent chance that this is going to happen. So with the doji, and then with this closing out more than 50% from the top of this green candle, this thing's breaking down and it's going to be crazy. So what I see this happening is comes down, breaks down, then we might see a little bit of a breakup to test this breakdown. Keep in mind, when you have a breakdown, you have to test it, then come down and break back down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So let's see if I can draw a realistic chart. So we come down here. Realistically, it makes sense to come somewhere here. Then we got to come back up here, test it out, break down a little bit more, come back, test the ascending wedge pattern, come back down a little bit more, then a little bit of a fake out, make you guys think that's not happening, and then boom, see you later. That's how it usually goes, somewhere in that time frame. And that's got, wow, look at that, November 2024. So break down, come back up, break down, test the ascending wedge, break down, fake out, boom, see you later. Altcoin season, baby. So yeah, man, overall, man, it looks really exciting. Let me check out the daily real quick, see if we see anything on the daily. Yeah, so it's coming up, coming down. Yeah, daily's not really showing me anything. Let me reverse the chart real quick. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at this on the daily. Check this out. All right. So it's actually falling in line with what we're saying. We come up, come down, forms a inverse head and shoulders on the daily right here. You see it?
Yep.
Inverse head and shoulders right here. Trace this to the neckline. Neckline, yeah, it'll probably be like right here, right? Come back here. Boom. Right, close to where we have that fake out. So I think this is a great prediction. So when you reverse this chart pattern and you see like an inverse head and shoulders or a cup and handle or whatnot, you can actually use that in the opposite way. So this is the chart going down, but it's just upside down. Like here, I'll show you. I know it looks really confusing. You see how I did that?
Yeah, yeah. It was just a way to you could see the inverse head and shoulders upside down just by looking at it like this. You just flipped it.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't want to confuse. I didn't want to confuse the crap out of you, but I mean, hopefully that makes sense. So
Nah, you confused me. Nice, bro. We got 245 of y'all in here. Just want to say thanks for being with us today. Appreciate you guys, love and support. All y'all builders that are out there. I know there's builders in here. Thank you guys.
yes, sir. All right. Now let's look at USTT dominance. Yeah, we need to do one where we don't go crazy on TitanX because we wasted a bunch. I love talking about TitanX, but there's a lot of other things we need to get across. So maybe we gotta do next one, do a shorter TitanX segment and then get into this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
Sorry, guys. We're gonna have to pull back the reins.
I was kidding. Maybe we just we'll play it by ear. We don't have to say that right now. So here's the deal: flagging out, flagging out, flagging out, coming down, touching it. So Here's what I'm seeing on Tether dominance. This is falling in line with Bitcoin dominance. We are at the bottom of the bear flag, and there's potentially a breakout about to happen on the weekly. So right now, this is a doji, but if this comes down and we get these 3 candles, hold on, I need to pull up my damn, where did my trading pattern thing go? Yeah, I'm gonna pull this up real quick because I know. All right, okay. So you see, all right. Here's a great learning point. So you see this red candle right here.
Yep.
I know. I'm gonna circle this. All right. This is called 3 stars in the south, right here. Red candle, a little bit of
Yep.
smaller red candle, and then a little small doji. 3 stars in the south. What do you see right here?
3 stars in the south, dude.
Yes, sir. So if this closes out as a doji, this thing could potentially break down. So some things that could happen is it could come down, test it out, break down, break the breakout, and then boom, see you later, altcoin season. That's what we're seeing. So right now, we are testing the bottom of this bear flag, and we could have a potential breakdown that actually falls in line with Bitcoin dominance, and also a breakout that falls in line with Bitcoin. So, any questions?
No, that looks pretty good. I mean, I'm just curious why that looks. What time frame that's on the weekly time frame?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just curious why that thing looks like it's gonna get ripped a lot faster than Bitcoin dominance.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess it's because, people are gonna go straight from the was it from Tether into their altcoins rather than rotate from Bitcoin into altcoins. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
that makes
That's
sense.
probably what mostly gonna happen. I mean, Bitcoin's still gonna go up when altcoins are ripping. It's just this is a great indicator because it talks about money sideline getting into these projects. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
So that's the theory. All right, cool. Now let's get into some other altcoins. And I think we need maybe start fresh on our watch list because we do have a lot of altcoins on our watch list. Now, you give me all right, let's go through. How about this? You give me 2 and I'll give 2 and we'll briefly take a look at it and then get out of here. What do you say?
Any altcoins? Any altcoins?
Yeah, that we're currently in that you think should be
Uh,
on this list.
H-Sui, baby. Let's go to H-Sui. That's my first pick.
H sweet.
Yes.
All right, so H3 is a meme coin on this on the Sui blockchain. Actually, let's just do one because we're coming up to one. So you do one, I'll do one, and then I'll add it to the watch list later. Hey, check this out. I was actually looking at it earlier. That's funny. All right,
Perfect.
H3. What do we see? So this has to do with the Suicune Pokemon. Trey Souls found this at was a 250K market cap. You found it like right here,
Back in
way
the
down
day.
here. So came up, came down. Now it's bottoming out. Now here's what I see on Suicune. We got a beautiful inverse head and shoulders forming right now. Come on. This thing hates me. Shoulder, shoulder, and then we have a head. Coming in. All right, so we just hit our target. So it's actually breaking down from that target. So probably what's it's going to do is it's going to come down this magnet right here. After it comes down, it's got to test this magnet one more time and then hopefully come up and W on out. So yeah, H3 is actually on a breakout right now. And if we just take a look at the retracement, so probably like right here, you see how it's coming down to the 0.88. So it came in, and I mean, this could go a little bit lower. I don't want to go too low. So it came in, touched the 0.88 on the Fibonacci tool, touched again, touched it a third time, broke down, came up. Now it's touching the 0.6, was that 18, and then it could come back down and touch the 0.786. So, yeah, man, I think this chart looks extremely healthy. I love the look of it. And once we start hitting all-time highs, that's when people are going to really, really FOMO in. So, yeah, I like HSWE as a phenomenal pick for the SWE blockchain. Now, my next one, he's probably still in here. Let's see if he's still in here. You know, I got to show some love. This is actually one of my favorite picks on Pulse Chain. We're gonna talk about Pulse Chain, and I got to show some love for Alien, man. I love this chart on Alien, dude. You gotta look at this thing. So Alien's a reflection token on Pulse Chain. It's built on top of PTGC. It burns, and you earn reflection. I think it's 808. Burn, PTGC, the Alien token. I think there's one more, but dude, check this thing out, man. Like when I was talking to Guga about this, man, this thing went absolutely crazy. So it came down, Doji, bullish engulfing candle, Doji, bullish engulfing candle, 1, 2, 3, 4 weekly green candles. 4 weekly green candles. That's crazy. Came in, and now we're starting off this week with a little bit of a doji. So overall, what this thing is setting up for, and I know I usually jump the gun when I say this, but we could be potentially seeing the initial formations of either a cup and handle or an inverse head and shoulders. So what this thing has to do is come down, come up, test 5 zeros and a 1 2, so 1 2 3 7. It might have to trace sideways here for a little bit and then shoot off, and then we can test all-time highs. Now, here's the crazy part of Alien. You ready for me to blow your mind? Ready for this?
Come on.
It's all-time highs versus Rat Pulse.
Oh, you would have had a time holding that if you would have only known about it months and months ago. Boy,
yeah,
oh boy.
The crazy part about this is, like, we were in PTGC, and this project gave like everybody like an airdrop, and we still got ours and then some. You know what I'm saying? So like this is one project. I diamond hand. I made sure I diamond hand because I knew this was going to happen. So
back to the weekly. Can you go back to the weekly?
Which chart? USD or at Rat Pulse?
The USD. Yep. All right. So those 4 weekly greens, PTGC was pumping. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's tied with LP.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Alien.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it is. It should. Yeah, there's a Alien PTGC. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
What a concept. I like it.
I love free markets. So yeah, man. It's looking pretty good, dude. So, just getting into what's going on with the Alien. Let's just look at this retracement real quick. Yeah, so it came down, touched below the 0.88. Let's look at the local high. Yeah, let's look at this local high. Yeah, so came down below the 0.8, made you think it was dead, but then came up, blew past it. Now it's coming back down, has to touch this 0.786. So as like for a future projection, we could see with Alien. This is a small cap gem, so there's so much upside with projects like these, and that's why I love these types of projects, because you're not going to make too much off of a $50 million market cap, but something with like $1 million, dude. So this thing could easily get to the 4.236 with the momentum it's got, which means that could be about 12x from here. A 12x would put this close to a $10 million market cap, which I think is very reasonable. So, yeah, man. So I'll add that to your chart. But hey, man, it's hour and 34 minutes. We've been going on for a minute, dude. I think that was a jam-packed live stream. I think it was awesome. We talked about a lot of alpha. I can definitely feel myself losing my voice and all that good stuff, man. So is there anything else you got?
Bro, we've been yapping for 1.5 hours. We've been feeding the alpha. We've been giving you what you want. We've been trying to answer your questions. we're done. We're cooked. And we're going to be ready to see you guys on Thursday for another hot session of alpha and fun here on the Verse, baby. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Yes, sir.